Can I ask you a serious question? What if you don't need faster tool? What if what you need is direction? AI can automate your task, but it can easily distract you and distract your calling, right? God didn't give AI the vision, He gave it to you. Let's talk about how to use artificial intelligence without losing your focus. My name is Yemi Ayetigbo. In few minutes, I'm going to help you to see differently, think differently, and lead differently. Let's dive into it using AI without losing focus. Now, AI, like I said, can be a very powerful tool that you can use, can be a very powerful servant that you can use, but it's a terrible master, right? If you allow AI to take hold of your activities, your life, it can prevent you from using your God-given reasoning ability. Right. So as good as AI is, you must know how to use it. You must know when to use it. You must know how to use it without losing focus. Right. Now, I want you to know that you can use AI to do research and it will give you the best, but yes, you still need to give the AI what you have in your mind because AI does not have compassion, AI does not have empathy, right? AI can help you to get all the things you work you need your work the work you want to do, get it done faster, better, cleaner. But you are going to feed in what you have in your mind into the AI. Don't forget, God did not call AI. AI does not have any calling. The calling is on your head. The direction is for you. So you are the one to tell AI what AI will do. Now, what are the biggest challenges facing Christian creatives in 2026? Let's look at it. Now, you use AI to do a couple of things. You use AI to create content, to create hooks, to generate ideas, and to generate outlines. Quite a lot that you use AI to do. For productivity, you use it for planning, for brainstorming, for automation, like my intro said. Now you can use AI to automate so many tasks, right? But AI will not give you direction, right? AI is not the one that called you, right? So there's a way you can use artificial intelligence without losing your focus. Now, when you add AI with human heart, it equates influence, right? AI will provide all the technicalities you need, professionalism you need, but you need to put your human heart to it. You need to feed the AI with what is inside of you. You're the one that will put down the empathy, the inspiration, the revelation, the prophecy, whatever it is, the knowledge that you have gained over the years, your experiences, you are the one to supply that. Then AI will now use its technicalities, its professionalism to fine tune it, and then you have influence, right? AI provides speed. We know that with AI, what will take you 10, 15, and 20 hours to achieve, with AI, you can actually get it. So it speed up things for you, but AI will not start things for you. You need to know that. Now, AI gives you what your work structure, right? So structure in the sense that before you want to write or you want to make some research, it's taking a lot of time before you begin to put structures because first of all, you need to go and source for the information that are scattered everywhere. AI will help you put all the information together because it's using large language model. That's LLM. That's what AI uses. So it's going to go into all the places you cannot get to within a split of second, bring all the information together, structure them for you, and give it to you. But then you are going to be the first person to ask AI what you want. You are going to be the first person to tell AI how you feel, how you want it to come out, the format you want it to come out, the kind of example that you want. So you're going to give AI all that before it now comes back with a structured result, right? You use AI to do research, like I said, before the research, when you are doing research, for example, on let's say earth issue, you are doing research on probably fibroid. You're going to take a lot of time or a long time to do your research, checking this encyclopedia, going online, checking this, checking that, looking at former cases of those who had fibroid and all that. But with AI, it's easier. To AI will just go and pull all those things together. And don't forget, AI is also prone to mistakes. So whatever AI generates for you, it is your responsibility to sit down and vet it, look at it, because AI is not human being. So you're going to vet it, check it, remove it, make it human before you use. So that's that. So AI provides, structure, it provides speed, and it provides research. But human will provide purpose. You have to give the AI purpose. What do you want to achieve with the research you are doing, with what you are doing, with your business? So you are going to give the purpose, you're going to give the wisdom to the AI, right? You're going to give the wisdom, telling the AI, this is how I want it. You're going to cite example. You're going to cite example of what you want, right? Creativity. How do you want it? Now we use AI to do so many flyers. In fact, basically, before, when you ask a graphic designer to do flyer for you, it may take probably 2 to 5 days or thereabout. But now, within 2 3 minutes, we've done flyers ourselves with AI. Just a prompt, you have flyers. You can actually put a prompt and a video will come, right? So, but it now depends on your own creativity, right? The same video somebody will do within 10 20 minutes because they have mastered the act of prompting. So somebody else may do it for 2 3 days. The same AI, right? So your creativity, how you input those things. That's why I said that you. This is the season why we need to unlearn and relearn, right? You need to unlearn. Don't forget, graphic design is a kind of course that people go to uni to go and study for probably 3 years. Now, if you're a graphic designer and you have studied that for 3 years, I don't think you have a job again. You don't have a job because AI will do a better graphic design than you, right? If you think what I've said is not right, put your own opinion in the comments. Some professions will not have, or some professionals will not have job in the next 3 years. If you are a photographer, you may not have job in the next 2 3 years. To be sincere, especially if you are a portrait photographer, you may not have job in the next 2 3 years, right? If you are a videographer, your job is actually shaking, right? If you are a writer, an author or a writer, you need to begin to think. It's a couple of professions will actually fade away, but many opportunities will be created. So you need to look at that. So we will provide the creativity as human being. We will provide the conviction, like I said, whatever the AI brings out, we are still going to vet it. We are going to check it. Holy Spirit does not convict AI. Holy Spirit convicts you and I. So we are going to look at it. Does it really make sense? Does it not make sense? So is it what we are going to do? So that's why we need to use AI as a focus tool, a tool that help you to focus, not a tool that distracts you, right? Because as much as AI can help you to achieve much, it can also serve as a distracting element or tool. Because have you ever thought of this, that you are working on a particular project, and then you are using AI to do all those projects, and AI is suggesting some other things to you, though relevant but not very relevant. It's trying to drive you to where you don't want to go, right? You are talking about um, how to increase my productivity in the next 2 years, and then it's giving you some tips, and before you know it, it's already talking about something entirely different about what you are feeding in. So you are going to be the one to direct the affair of AI. Otherwise, it will just be taking you to where you don't want to go. You'll be distracted. In fact, you will start with A, you will end with Z, because by the time you look at the track of what you are saying, you have deviated totally with the AI. So it can be a big source of distraction if it's not managed very well. So I want you to take note of this when you are using artificial intelligence. So I want you to know that technology should amplify purpose, not replace it. Technology is not going to replace your calling, it's not going to replace your wisdom, it's not going to replace your knowledge, it's not going to replace your your empathy, your human feeling. It's not going to replace all that. It's just going to amplify your purpose. For example, prior to now, when want to shoot a movie probably takes 2 3 4 months. Now it's easier. Prior to now, if you want to teach, organize a training symposium, you need to plan and plan and plan, takes a couple of months and all that. Now it's faster. For example, now you want to start up a business, you need a coach. It's getting so you can use AI to help yourself to focus more, especially when you know what you are doing. So AI has come to stay. It's a tool that we're going to use to get ourselves more focused and get more results, but you need to learn how to use it. With this, I'm going to use this opportunity to invite you to a training that I will be facilitating through Talent Hub on the 11th of July 2026 at West Faversham Community Center, Kent, United Kingdom. It's start, create or become invisible. Now, the training is going to center on how we can use AI to learn, to connect, to create, to connect, to leverage, and to distribute, right? And it cut across all aspects of our lives. If you are a business owner, if you are a career person, if you are a creative person, a drama minister, a music minister, an artist, whoever you think you want to become or you are at the moment, there is a space for you. Click the link below, register on Eventbrite. It's going to be from 10 to 3 in the afternoon. I'll be looking forward to seeing you. We're going to have a good time. There will be networking. We're going to be having a live discussion on how to actually help one another professionally in business and in creative space. So I'm looking forward to seeing you on that day, 11th of July 2026 at West Faversham Community Center, United Kingdom, Kent. Looking forward to see you. So, using AI to focus on what you do and not the other way around is very important. So, if you're not going to lose focus, you're going to use AI responsibly. You're going to use it responsibly. You're going to use it in such a way that it will not distract you. So you're going to get yourself focused on what you need to do with it. Otherwise, it can easily distract you. Mostly, you use AI for hooks, ideas, and after, like I said, and for productivity, planning, brainstorming, and automation. And once you're able to use AI in all these areas, and you put your heart there, and then you use your experience, your own empathy, your own wisdom, your own creativity, you will discover that what you will have is influence. And all the gray area that others could not explore, you'll be able to explore it because you will have gained speed, you will have structure, and you'll be able to move quickly. So, before I see you next time, please go through what you use your AI for, check whether you are being distracted, and if you are being distracted, please, I'd like to know in the comments in which area have you been distracted by AI. I'd like to know in the comments, and then we'll come back and then we'll discuss. Have a wonderful day and bye.